drops deep, the beat bounces high. Afro beat meets house reggae too. Deep bass pumps making my heart sing glue. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild through the night. Feel the groove, let go and shout. In this ride, we're never about. I'm Carney's ride, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Together we dance in this electrifying ride. Afrobeat, house, reggae, deep bass aside. Through the crowd, I see your smile. Together we shine, no need for a while. This moment's ours, let's embrace. In this ride, we'll find our place. I'm Carney's ride, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Feel the vibe, let the music fly. In this ride, we're truly free. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild through the night. See why my doorship raised with the hill lies water. Ocean beat, ground rock by Borgia. Getting out of heads, getting little bit of waste off. Do good, man, nigga, get it a game call. Don't want drug with the world, get a gay car. A lot of cloud boys in your 4 city K car.
Good morning, good morning. How's it going? Alright, what are we doing today? I normally watch my morning news, which I'm about to do. So if you want to tune in, check it out. Strap on in, strap on out. Let's go on a Carney's ride. What's going on with my morning news?
Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
Was Lucy in the background? I'm sure she was. We got now. Oh, yeah. I see her now. Yeah, she's laying there. You pointed it out for me, Naomi. At first, I'm like, what, is she running around? No, she's sleeping. Yes, sir. It is hump day, homie. And she has, maybe from far, she kind of looks like that, but she's not really that big. She's not going to be much bigger than she is now, which is great. She's not like a big size cat. I like a smaller cat. We got Miss Lotus as well, by the way. Good morning. And we got S&S as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Brother Steve Easy, as well as Naomi, throwing in all the Cash Apps, the PayPals, the links, all of that. The Discord links, by the way, stuff like that. We got Papa Penguin saying, morning, y'all. Driving? Yes, sir. Make sure you keep driving safe, kind sir. We want to make sure of that. We got Steve Posey, my man. Good morning, Mike Ball and the Breakfast Club. Yes, I got my left-handed tobacco ready to go. So we're about to get into that. So the official announcement is we need 9 more memberships needed to add more emotes. Yes. I told her to remind me of that tomorrow, which is today, So thank you for that. 9 more memberships to add more emotes. So Steve, that's right. Fuck Apple, Orange Gang Cuh. Yes, sir. I hear that. I heard that. We got Dwayne Martin, my man. Good morning to you. Let's see. We got over there on the Twitch side of things. Very much appreciate you hanging out with us. K Pong. I never knew how to actually say your actual name, Pongski. But what's good, man? It's been a long time. I'm over here on the YouTube side of the business now. We got Carney's ride, by the way. Good morning to you, kind sir. Hopefully you are doing well. It was great catching up with you, Carney, on the panel there, even though I didn't go on the panel, but listening to you guys hang out, which was a good time. If you're still going to be live, Carney, I have the raid set up to raid you. So anyways, we're about to get into the fucking madness of the world. So we're going to go ahead and start this off. We have a lot to discuss, and we're going to kind of blow through this really, really quick. We're going to get through it. A lot of these segments are anywhere from like 2 to 6 minutes, so they're very quick. There's only a couple of segments that are a little bit longer, and that's regards to Russia and Israel. So we have about 3 stories we're going to get through very beginning before we get into the super geopolitics of like world, freaking Russia and shit. So we're going to go ahead and start with the pardons. Okay. So what is this and who is it? Todd and Julie Chrisley, I think I'm saying that right, are a pardon set. So let's go ahead and figure this out.
6:14 here on the East Coast, and welcome back to Live Now from Fox as we continue with your top stories and headlines this Wednesday morning. New this morning, reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are expected to be released from prison. President Donald Trump making the announcement on social media and even called Savannah Chris.
Yeah, I know who they are too. They're like a celebrity. I think what he ended up getting locked up for is doing some sort of scandal with the bank or something like that. I think that he was not laundering money or anything, but he was stealing money essentially, or whatever, some sort of fraud.
Chrisley letting her know the news. Right now, we want to check in with Fox 5 Atlanta's Brooke Zahner. She joins us live at the federal courthouse in downtown Atlanta with the very latest. Brooke, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. And the Chrisley's daughter, Savannah, also posted to her own social media feed.
Good morning, Tiffany, by the way.
First thanking President Trump for commuting her parents' sentences and her followers for all of their support. She's really been at the forefront of trying to get her parents' convictions overturned.
It's time. It's already time.
Be free and clean.
In a video posted to X, President Donald Trump says he's granting full pardons to former reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley.
I have shed so many tears. The president called me personally as I was walking into Sam's Club and notified me
She's
that
geared
he
the fuck
was
out.
signing pardon paperwork for both of my.
She is, dude. I mean, listen, you pardon my parents. I don't care who you are. I'm a support that. You know what I mean?
My parents.
The pair was convicted in 2022 of conspiring to defraud banks and the IRS out of millions of dollars. During their incarceration,
ultra white.
Their legal team continued to file appeals while their daughter, Savannah, sought
What's up, Christopher Collins? Good morning.
a pardon petition.
I don't know them, but give them my regards.
It still doesn't feel real. It doesn't. I'm freaking out. So I'm going to go and prepare to go pick up my parents.
That pardon petition claimed the Chrisley's convictions were based on an illegal raid, compromised evidence, and false testimony by a key government witness. On Tuesday,
We got
What's up,
Blackout
brother?
in the building. My man, good to see you, by the way. And yes, what he just said, hey,
Oh, yeah.
you.
Brother
Yeah, you.
Stump, how you
That
doing
like
this
button.
morning?
Yes, sir. I very much appreciate that, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning so far on this beautiful hump day morning. We got a lot to
How you
get through,
doing?
though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Yeah,
stories at
over here
minimum to
watching
go
my
through.
morning
Let's
news.
get it.
Tuesday, both Savannah and her brother Grayson got a call from the president, letting them know he would
It was
be
tax
pardoning
evasion. That's what it was. That's what it was. And they added
How's the
bank
mic sounding
fraud.
out there?
Thank you for that, Hook Dog.
their parents.
I knew I read that somewhere this morning.
President Trump didn't just commute their sentences. He gave them a full unconditional pardon.
Good so
So,
far.
for that,
Okay.
I am for
Awesome. How did that sound? Let's do it again. Can you hear that? Knees getting better almost. Little to no pain at all. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I heard that. You heard what? What'd you hear?
came from over the weekend just outside of Dallas, Texas. Officials say that an 18-year-old woman named Ava Moore was kayaking on a nearby Grapevine Lake there on Sunday. She was killed when a jet ski hit and run. The driver of the jet ski fled the scene with a male, and a search ensued.
No, I wasn't
Texas
talking
Attorney
about
General
me.
Ken Paxton.
No, I was wondering if you heard this.
Reporter David Centendry. He's standing by
And I'm
to
not
give us
talking
all
about
of the
the
details
show.
and the latest. David, thanks so much for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. Just break down the very latest, some of those details that are just now coming out.
Yeah, thanks, Christina. Well, just within the past hour, we obtained an arrest warrant affidavit for 2 suspects. And the person who was driving that jet ski apparently was operating it at a very high rate of speed around.
Well, yeah, that's what they do. I mean, when I'm riding a jet ski out there, listen, I'm gunning that motherfucker. Now, when you're out at sea, like when you're out, like actually, meaning in not a lake and you're dealing with the ocean, you can't just gun it. You can't, you can't, you'll end up throwing yourself off that motherfucker because of the, not waves, but you have just a current. And, I mean, yeah, you definitely have a surge.
On swimmers and kayakers. And we've learned that Ava Moore, who was on her kayak.
Yo, trigger warning, by the way, and Hardwire, always appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your morning.
Like trying to get away from that jet ski just because it appears it was being reckless on the lake. Then she was struck from behind. The operator of that jet ski actually got away, but not before a photo was taken of her and shared with law enforcement, who have just blasted it across social media here in North Texas.
But yeah, it's like, well, that too, the wake, sure, but wake is created from like an actual vessel, but it's more like a man, I can't even remember my words on that. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's not a current. Fuck. As a captain, I should know.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Family reunion.
Motorbomb, you drive safely to work there. Okay. I forgot that I had it. I had my stuff on mute, so get this show on the road again and see what Mike's talking about.
Night with a man who lives there.
It seemed like her photo was so clear that she would just be caught very soon.
Gonzalez, now in custody for the death of Moore, according to game wardens. On top of that, Grapevine police say Mikel Coelho Perozzo, also a reported illegal immigrant from Venezuela, will face additional charges for a vehicle crash.
Shit. Come on, man.
While driving away from the lake with Gonzalez.
Oh my God, dude. Are you serious?
Oh, shit!
Listen to that again.
Coelho Perozzo, also a reported illegal immigrant from Venezuela, will face additional charges for a vehicle crash while driving away from the lake with Gonzalez.
Tell them that they were here.
So Gonzalez is facing several charges, the most significant being manslaughter. Texas game wardens, who are the lead on this investigation, plan to have a press conference tomorrow morning where we are expected to hear more information about what led to this arrest and some possible new charges. Christina?
And David, of course, such a sad story. I have to ask you before I let you go, have we heard from Ava's family at all? Have they spoken out in the midst of any of this?
Her family has released a brief statement, just, thanking people for their prayers. Actually even said that they are
What's up, David? Good morning to you, kind sir, and happy hump day.
giving out some prayers to everyone involved, that also being the suspects. So you don't always see that. We did have an opportunity yesterday to interview one of...
Man, I've had a fucking Facebook since 2009. The same profile I use right now. If you go back to my very, very first profile picture, I think it was, it was 2009. But crazy, bro. Yeah, I guess I am a fucking boomer. And real quick, Carney's Ride giving a call out. We got 26 of you, 28 of you guys now, whatever, watching, and we only have 21 likes. Yo, hit the like button. You guys don't have to like what's happening around the world and what's happening in our nation right now here in the United States, but you guys can like it for me and my takes and what we do over here for the team. You know what I mean?
What's up, sick bastard? I appreciate you stopping by.
Who said she was just a shining star. She expected her to really climb the ranks in the military once she officially got in, and just had nothing but positive things to say about her.
Again, there with Fox 4 in Dallas, giving us an update on this very sad story, David Centendry. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, wanted to bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox.
And of course, thank you, Will Burn, for stopping in also.
There in this story, I want to put this up on the screen as well. These were some of those tweets that were put out by the Fox reporter David Centendry, saying that is the picture. We also saw that there in the story when Gonzalez was arrested. She allegedly struck and killed Ava, who's only 18 years old, there on Grapevine Lake with a jet ski before fleeing. They
killed the person. Ava was 18 years old. Oh, man.
Was reported now that she was in the country illegally from Venezuela. And we do know, again, Moore was preparing for military basic training. And there's another photo as well that we have there of the happen. But
real quick, we got Frederick Frame and Are We Not Men? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your guys' morning so far. Good to see everyone and enjoying your happy hump day enjoyment of a show.
According to an arrest affidavit, Gonzalez was driving that jet ski at a high rate of speed in close proximity to swimmers and others. The kayakers, though, as we heard, were just trying to get away when Ava Moore was struck from behind. Sad story, but we certainly wanted to bring it to you here.
It's not even like they ran over the top over somebody, you know what I mean? Like with a jet ski, if someone's in the water or something like that, they're swimming. This person was freaking kayaking. Bro, what are you doing? Fucking lame asses. Anyways, all right. So that was enough of that. Now we're going to go ahead and get into what the title of this is World War III. Putin's words against, he was responding to Donald Trump. So let's go ahead and get into what is being said.
Right now, you are taking a live look over Moscow there in Russia as tensions between the U.S. and Russia appear to be escalating dramatically. A Russian official talking about the possibility of World War III. Fox
no, he doesn't say sad situation. He says sad state of affairs. That's what he says.
Is Doug Luzader joining us now live.
Sad
Doug,
state
good
of
morning.
affairs.
Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, first off, I do want to ask you, can you break down the actual context here of the statement that was made and really who made it?
Well, we've had a long effort now on the part of the White House to get Russia to the negotiating table. Thus far, it really hasn't worked in terms of brokering a ceasefire agreement. There's clearly frustration on the part of the Trump administration that has been mirrored with a pretty brisk response from the Kremlin. So where it goes from here isn't clear. The White House indicates that the president is considering all of his options, which may include the sanctions levied on Russia. There has been a report out of the Kyiv Post that the president may consider lifting some of the range restrictions on the weapons we have given to Russia and the weapons we have given to Ukraine. And at the same time, you have this pressure building from Congress to ramp up sanctions. And that looks like it's shaping up to be a veto-proof majority in the Senate that would back some kind of additional response from the White House. So everyone's kind of waiting to see exactly how the president and the White House responds through the course of this week.
And that's what I was going to ask you. The statement coming out from that Russian official, obviously the former president of Russia there. So my question is, has President Trump responded? We know that he's usually pretty busy there on Truth Social, but it appears that he hasn't said anything in response to what was essentially a response.
Well, this may come down to a question of what the White House does in terms of whether there will be additional sanctions this week. There had been a report of the Wall Street Journal that they are considering
A2Z. Good morning. Good morning.
Additional sanctions. Again, this report.
If they're not going to show what the response that I don't know why they're not showing it. Right now they should be showing the conversation between Trump and Putin over the internet, essentially, on social media.
If possible.
If not, then I'll read it.
Lifting of range restrictions. I mean, there are a host of options here in front of the White House. We just don't know what path they're going to take, and it may be that we don't see any kind of response.
And quick question here, how does it appear that the relationship between President Trump and President Putin has kind of changed over the past several days and really maybe a week or so?
Shit, no kidding. What's up, Provo? Good morning to you, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning so far on your freaking hump day Wednesday.
Well, the president has made his frustration very, very clear, saying that in his mind, something has happened to Vladimir Putin.
I'm going to read it
recently, and that there's just frustration that he has not negotiated at this point a ceasefire deal.
All right. So that's unfortunate that they didn't show what the conversation was. So I'll read it. So what Trump had said, Trump asserted that many, quoting, bad things would have befallen Russia if it were not for him, warning that Russian President Vladimir Putin is playing with fire. Quote, this is what Trump said. What Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia. And I mean really bad. He's playing with fire. Trump declared in Truth Social post. So he put it on Truth Social. Then Vladimir Putin, or not Vladimir Putin, Medvedev, I don't know how to fucking say this. Medvedev, Medvedev. So anyways, it is a Russian official though. The response was, quote, regarding Trump's words about Putin playing with fire and really bad things happening to Russia, I only know of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this. And it was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Homeboy don't want our smoke. Oh, shit. And as a couple of you guys have already said in the chat, dude, if they can't even take out Ukraine.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Stop the cap.
Come on, yo. For real? For real? You think that we can't just send the Canadians to do the light work for us? You know, we could handle that. No problem. Bring it, old man. Let's see which old man's got it better. So, anyways, so we're going to go ahead and move on into the Israel-Hamas
Yeah. He really put that up there, didn't he? What? Shots fired?
hostages taken captive.
Bring in a friend of the show here, Alex Trayman, the CEO and Jerusalem bureau chief at the Jewish News Syndicate. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Josh, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. And I do want to start off by talking about the fact that today does mark 600 days since those hostages were taken on October 7th of 2023. So did you think that here 600 days later, we would still be waiting for nearly 60 of those hostages to be released.
Well, just 2 days ago, we celebrated Jerusalem Day, which was the reunification of Jerusalem in the Six-Day War. And everybody wants there to be a Six-Day War. And here we are now at 600 days. It's been a long and a difficult and methodical struggle for the IDF. Elongated in
Shit, what's up, process? And man, I always appreciate you hanging out, by the way. I know you don't sit here and chat like a ton in the chat or anything like that, but you just being here and hanging out means a lot. So I very much appreciate the ones that are lurking and hanging out. You know, I always appreciate that.
for two main reasons. Number one, because of the lack of weapons that were flowing to Israel under the Biden administration, and two, giving the time and space for negotiations
safe
to
out there,
bring
Lee.
hostages home. And Israel has succeeded to bring 197 out of the 251 hostages back, 148 alive. But as you mentioned, still 600 days later, and at least 20 living hostages still in Gaza.
I want to talk about the potential ceasefire deal because there's conflicting reports about a deal between Israel and Hamas. We had Reuters that was saying that Steve Witkoff, the U.S. Middle East envoy, had actually brokered a deal that Hamas said it would agree to. Israel kind of hinted, when you talk about Netanyahu, that there could potentially be some kind of deal or an announcement in the next day or two, then kind of walked that back. So there's a lot going on here. Do we know anything about if there is an actual deal that could be coming?
Well, Israel's certainly willing to engage in a deal that will bring back all the living hostages. They've said that they would be willing to agree to a deal that would bring 10 of the 20 living hostages home up front, and then the remaining.
Yeah, but they're not going to ever do that type of deal because Hamas knows that no matter what they do, if they hand over the hostages now or if they don't, they're still getting wiped out. Still going to happen. So the war is not going to end, and that's what they wanted because it's too big of a force. Obviously, Israel won that whole ordeal, and it's like at that point, it's like, dude, just come up with your hands up at this point. Just accept defeat. But whatever.
10 at the end of the conclusion of the deal. Hamas said that they had agreed to the Witkoff formula. What they had offered was half of what I just discussed, 5 up front and 5 later, still leaving 10 hostages in Gaza after an elongated ceasefire. But Steve Witkoff seemed to put ice on this as well, saying that what Hamas had offered was nothing like the deal that he had put on the table, and that we've...
Man,
Stop the cap.
you think I need to fucking wax myself? Come on.
That's
Don't
fucked up.
be beach. Why are you gay?
Seen this happen before where Hamas basically says that they accept the deal that they are proposing in order to put more pressure on Israel. But both Israel and Witkoff saying that no deal has been reached at this point.
I know you and I have discussed this in the past, but I do want to get your take now, as we've heard a lot from President Trump over the last several months regarding the war in Gaza. What sort of pull, what sort of power does the U.S. and President Trump have over Israel when it comes to accepting any kind of deal? Can the U.S. force Israel to accept a deal that the U.S. wants?
Well, the U.S. has a significant leverage over Israel, and specifically with regard to the provision of the weapons that Israel needs to fight this war. I think that it needs to be understood that it's Israel is the one that's more insistent on doing whatever it can to get back the hostages.
And you got to remember, this is the main, I think, owner of the Jewish News Syndicate, or one of the head motherfuckers. But I think he's like the director or owner.
Even more so than the United States. And the current incursion into Gaza has been strategically discussed at length with the Trump administration. They have agreed on Israel's strategic path. They've agreed on the timing. And the United States has provided the weapons for this latest operation in the Gaza Strip. But at the same time, the Trump administration trying to pay lip service to other nations.
Thank you, SNS. Yeah. You guys check out Motorbomb Virginia also. Great contact. Love sitting there and having coffee with those gentlemen in the morning. Yeah, I'm sick bastard. T-Fob, Mac, everybody out there. Big shout out to them.
Does continue specifically this.
Thanks, SNS. Yeah, there's 6 pastors link right there. Will Burner. Yeah, I know. I ended up jumping screens. I forgot to hit the mute. Not sure why.
With the Mediterranean Sea.
And we're back.
I mean, I'm surprised they even have any buildings left in Gaza, honestly.
Mediterranean Sea are significant natural gas deposits, including some that are already online, others that are not yet online. Israel's energy coming from natural gas that is offshore, and it's really important for Israel to be able to protect that. Those gas rigs were considered to be major targets during Israel's conflict with Hezbollah, which is now
No, SNS is not blocked.
calmed significantly. I think that with regard to what's going on inside Gaza right now, that relies much more on manpower and Air Force. But we see that unmanned vehicles, including ATVs, which are used to go into dangerous areas and have been exploded in streets and set off charges that were placed actually by Hamas in order to booby trap buildings, have been very important component in saving lives. And obviously the unmanned air vehicles, some of which can drop ordnances that are precision guided on targets in a way that reduces collateral damage, have been very, very important. And it's just another demonstration of the technological superiority of Israel's military.
My last question for you, and as I always mention, there are a lot of developments that are happening pretty much on a daily basis. We know that Israel and Syria appear to be holding some direct talks that are happening right there at the border. What does that say, and what do we really?
Yeah, I'm doing too many things at once, and I skip a couple steps.
Saudi Arabia with al-Shara, who's the new de facto head of Syria, part of this Hayat Tahrir al-Sham's group that formerly was associated with al-Qaeda, but deposed of Bashar Assad. They had been pushing down towards the south in the Israeli border. They had threatened the Druze community in southern Syria, and there are hundreds of thousands of Druze in Israel as well. And we started to see how Israel was pushing back and demonstrating that any attacks on Druze would be considered an attack on Israel, and that any movements towards the south of the country would be considered a trigger for an Israeli response. Trump released the sanctions on Syria because they're desperate for aid. And one of Trump's conditions was that Syria should start to normalize relations with Israel. It's not going to be a full normalization agreement right now, but certainly deconfliction mechanisms in place because if this group will move down towards Israel, Israel is promising to respond harshly. And we already saw Israel basically take out the entire.
You guys are surprised that we're talking about YouTube and there's suppression in the chat? You guys are actually surprised with that? Come on.
Stop the cap.
You guys know every time that we talk about this kind of stuff, every single time that I've got Israel in the title, it's like automatic, kind of is what it is. But I appreciate you guys sticking with it. We're almost done with it. And then we're going to move into a SpaceX launch, actually.
Of the Syrian military, the planes, the ships, the tanks, immediately after Bashar Assad was deposed.
All right, Alex Trayman, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and break it all down. Anything else you want to add about any of the topics that we've covered? There have been quite a few, but anything you want to add before I let you go?
Well, it's certainly been a tough go diplomatically for Israel right now, and there's a lot of domestic challenges against Netanyahu as well.
You can't be surprised with his bias, Steve, being the director or CEO of the Jewish News Syndicate. He's definitely going to be biased, of course. Of course.
Well, but the most important thing for the prime minister is the support of the president of the United States. And there are many, both on the Israeli left and even on the American right, that are trying to project a rift between Netanyahu and Trump, trying to make Trump angry at Netanyahu. But the two sides are working very, very closely together. And particularly in this new incursion into Gaza, this is very strongly coordinated between the two sides. And yet the most important issue, of course, will be what happens with negotiations with Iran over their nuclear facilities. And it's very likely that within several weeks from now, we're going to have a lot more clarity about what the future of this conflict is going to look like, and if there will be a military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right, Alex Trayman, thank you.
I think it probably will end up happening. I'm not going to even be surprised when it does happen. Just going to be honest, when they basically bomb the shit out of Iran's nuclear shit, yeah, it's over. All right, so let's go ahead and the SpaceX rocket launch. We'll go ahead and end it with this. So let me go ahead and make sure we're okay. It's right here. Perfect.
Right now, I do want to take you out to this live image that we have. This is actually coming in courtesy
Hit the like button
as a launch is about to get underway. I don't believe there's any audio, but let's pop up the live image right here on your screen.
Hey, that's cool. No audio? That's actually awesome. Oh, man, there is audio. Damn it.
M1D, chamber pressure is nominal. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Oh, I wasn't talking about us doing it in the United States, but yeah, that's very possible too. I was talking about Israel doing it, but yeah, 100%. Blast off, mother truckers. Shit. Let's see what I can do here. This one. I haven't done it in a long time.
Hello there, children.
Falcon 9 power and telemetry are nominal.
We're going to talk about gangbanging. I don't mean women. I mean gangsters banging.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Banging is permissible today.
Brother Bravo with the $1.99, my man. Thank you, bro. Very much appreciate that, man.
You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice. Look, today's slightly different from the 80s. Separated from greatness, killing up all the babies. Sickening and so degrading, gripping in blood daily. Never gonna let this fade me. Your winners done hitting graves. Me still standing.
I'm back, chill has started.
And contemplating, debating, time for retaliation. You new to this banging, you're quick to join in the game when you don't even know the half.
These
Other
new fools,
GEG.
new bruise, bloody blue shoes, so boo. Hang yourself with a loose noose, no truth. You the fool if you don't hear when it's real. You plan to deal with your life, one day you bound to get killed. I done walked through the hood, seen a lot of blood spill. Mama's crying, baby's dying, getting served in the field. Don't regret the way I feel about today in the gang. Don't make no sense for you to drive up in the step lane. My nigga is talking gang talk.
Yes, there's music. Stop tripping.
You never know what another person been through till you really find
Good morning, Dragon Classy.
Nominal trajectory.
You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice. Gang gang. Everybody got something to say, bro. Brothers in the streets getting stretched out like Play-Doh. Wear the right colors or better watch what you say, bro. Or get your face killed off by the barrel of that Draco. Take no prisoners in this lane. There's prisoners in this gang. A sick thing, but some of y'all wouldn't understand the gang lane is changed. Now everybody banging. Online with that bullish and the fake sense you claiming. Fugazi. Hit the streets and catch your fade. Pull it, get more hits than the internet do daily. Sadie up in these streets without that social media shame. Many that I get claimed, I shot from another gang. Blessing that I remain, so real that I can't complain. I'm able to spit this game, yeah, yo, he gon' keep it sane. And keep away from the fame and mentally train the brain. And whatever else that I can claim and change in the game.
Gang separation confirmed.
Walking gang talk. Walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice. Kids talking gang talk. Walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out.
I wonder what they're actually like doing this launch
It's a
for.
little gesture. Stand up for yourself when you're feeling a lot of pressure. That's to go and dress you. Actually, what's that you claim? Colors that you be wearing, the sagging it like a bang. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. Homie, don't even go there. Hit me up on my hip and stop acting as if I don't care. You know where I've been up in it and out of it for a
And
minute.
if you are
and it
just
ain't
joining
never
us,
gonna
here is what
finish
you're
until
looking
we
at,
don't
a
get diminished.
live-
Yeah,
Wait,
we really
hold
was
on.
with it, and it ain't never gonna stop. With the killing your brothers and getting shot by the cops. Now look
I wanna
at
hear
the
this.
situation becoming an occupation that's spreading across the nation. System
This is
really
last
is tainted.
part.
Stay related with the ones that done been there before. Get some pointers, learn some lessons about the do's and don'ts. It's better to be square, no negative over there. Let's politic with each other and put one up in the air. Let's go.
Anyways, all right. Back to the
Look,
craziness.
from SpaceX, as SpaceX Falcon 9 has had a rocket launch of the Starlink B2
What's up,
mini
sick bastard?
satellites to low Earth orbit. That launch did come from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. As you can hear, there is just a little bit of commentary coming in from SpaceX there, but we want to leave up the audio so you can hear everything as that information does
True.
come in. Again, the launch happening just about
I do miss those days, Steve. Totally.
4 minutes ago. So we are in space for 4 minutes so far, and that number keeps on rising.
It's a test flight. They were unable to open payload doors. Interesting, sick bastard. Thank you for the answer on that. Very much appreciate that. Whether sometimes it's like them, whether they go to the space station or they're going and dropping off some sort of satellites or something. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yes, sir, brother Carney. Always appreciate you. You guys stick around because we're going to be, as soon as this is over, we're going
Both
to be
vehicles continue to follow a
sending you
nominal
guys over to
trajectory.
Carney. You know what I mean? Stick around for that raid skis. And yes, make sure everyone hits that like button. Very much appreciate all of your engagement. I know it's very laborious to hit that like button. I know, chat, but I believe in you guys. I very much do. Yeah, that's no kidding.
I
No
appreciate
kidding,
that, Mike.
That's
Much
right,
love and
A2Z.
respect.
Musk is sending supplies to his alien family.
Matter
No
of
kidding,
fact,
dude. No freaking kidding.
this book's for you.
Let's see if they don't like go and like actually do where they're landing back. Okay, they're just gonna end it while they're up there for probably, I don't know, a couple hours, I'd imagine, not just within a 6-minute range. But it's kind of crazy how far they get within just 6 minutes of a. I mean, that's 6 minutes and 14 seconds, and look how far away they are from the Earth. That shit is crazy to me. I mean, that was all real time. We didn't speed it up or anything. So, anyways, listen, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and cut this one a little tiny short because if I go into another topic right here, right now, then we're going to be going way super over. And honestly, I want to be able to hang out today. We got a double show today. That's why. We are back 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central or Eastern. and that's with the Diamond Effect. So we're gonna have a good ass time, and make sure you guys, come back for that and hang out with us. We always have some great ass topics and great discussions to be had. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you guys already haven't. It is free to do so, by the way. And little side note, make sure you guys follow my Instagram right here at Ball Valve TV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my lifestyle, but of the show, as well as Millennial Food Time. We get down with our bad selves over there. So I very much appreciate you guys and your engagement as always. We'll be back this evening. And but if I don't see you guys this evening, then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness. Much love, honor, respect, and God bless everybody. We'll see you guys very soon.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart steel and a spirit unbroken, he rides up to his ready.
Yeah, you're right. $2 dues from Lee, Lance, and Tiffany. Thank you guys so much. Shit.
Fueled by the power that only grabs so can be destroyed. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and made and will never die. Wish's report he paves his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Self-work.
Today, what is this? Start off with 0. We're starting at the bottom today, guys. It'll be just us. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Calm down. Where y'all at? That's what my ego said. Where the hell y'all at? Made a coffee, got up, got all these people together. Oh, we got 2 in the house. Maybe? Yeah? Duct tape and coffee. Spam. Oh, we ain't right. Damn. Oh, we ain't right.
Oh shit! I didn't even have my mic on. Why did you guys tell me that? Shit. Dragon Class C, how you doing? How's my sound? And then there's Are We Not Men? Provo. Oh yeah. It's, so hell yeah, man. I appreciate it. So just sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy the CARNY'S ride. And that's right, Dragon Class C. Let them know. Hit that like. Appreciate it. Am I muted now? Am I muted? Click on an old stream. Oops. Yeah, what's up, Hardwire? How you doing today? Good morning. Freedom, fighting Americans. That's right. As or ATZ, whatever you want to call it. Might just be as to me. Who knows? Yeah, I was just checking out, watching Mike's show. Always checking it out. And then speaking of, there was two different lives. Interesting. Yeah, probably because I was on earlier with it jumped off. I was with Motobomb and Sick and all them on the actually the coffee crew. Oh yeah, there's Will Burner also. Thank you, SNS. I hate that shit. Oh yeah, Mike. This bud's for you. And thank you for the raid. Much love. Much appreciated. YouTube slow. Canadian Biker News. Yeah. Check out Rob's channel too. Or Bob. What up, Ray? How you doing today? Frank? What up? What up? 3 up. Oh, good now. Thank you. Always on. Always giving me so much shit about running mic. Are you happy now? I put the mic up. Got off my lazy ass and did this shit. Yeah. Yeah. So nice thing is, I'm enjoying jumping on this panel in the morning. Uh, with Motorbomb Sick, Mac, T-Fob. Uh, kind of starting my routine a little bit different now. Um, do morning shows and then head on the road. And that way I'm home at a decent time, and then I can start the day with the show and all that all over again. I think it's going to work out. Yes, smash that like button. And that's, yeah, trying to hook up on channel. Yeah, dude, the whole thing is uniting. Like I said, I met Mike through Black Dragon. I mean, the connection, trying to get it, and a big shout out to all the ground pounders out there. Put all their miles on their bikes. Go Seagull. Oh, yeah. Thank you for, SNS, thank you for getting everybody's links up there. Excuses. Which excuse? That he doesn't want to jump on panel? All he has to do is say the word. How's life treating you today, brother? Ah, how's life treating me? Got decent rest. Woke up. I'm on this side of the dirt. I'd have to say, and then getting ready for work here in a minute. I have to say it's a decent day. Nothing to complain about. Oh yeah, kickstands down. Thank you. The other sheet. You know, I wish I had. I got a voiceover. That's something else there. I know. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you heard that one, but if you didn't, yeah, check out Hitting It With Hardwire also. Do a backflip. How about you? There's Ray's channel right there. Check him out. Went on the mic. I'm glad it sounds good for you guys. Yeah. And this is the easy one to just set up. I don't know why. I just didn't want to get off my lazy ass and set this one up. I appreciate it, Ronnie. Oh yeah. Hey SNS on my wrong channel. Mike needs a double backflip. A double. You. There's one. There's the double backflip. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I was on watching Mike's show like always. Gotta have my morning news. That's great. Do a show. Early morning show with some great guys, and then sit out here and watch Mike's show, and then get ready. Figure, might as well. Let's jump on. Sick bastard. Yeah. Gotta check his channel out too. So these guys like to do videos while they're riding too. And that's awesome. Uh, some of the camera placements, getting some of the views, man. Like it. For Call of Duty. Everybody's getting into games again. Y'all don't even know where shit started. Yeah, I like that shit button that Hardwire has. And having Mike's voice doing it too was awesome. And I know he's sitting in his work chair right now giggling like a motherfucker. Cause that man giggles every time he hits that button. Oh, what's up, Frederick? What up, 2-4? How you doing today? A lot of grass mowing. Man, I wish I had a lot of grass. I got mountain rock with clay, red clay, desert sand, and dried up pine trees. And a lot of weeds. And that's away from me. Not many trees where I'm at, and a lot of blacktop and concrete. Oh shoot, you in a campground set up, huh? Cleaned up. That's awesome. Yeah, that's right. So a lot of a lot of us believe in unity and everything else. Do the fucking drama somewhere else. We want to just ride our ride, enjoy life, and meet great people along the journeys. And that's why I thought it was awesome the way you guys have the morning breakfast crew. I got every different type of rider uh, out there. Some running old school, some running sport, some riding big baggers, some riding touring packs. I mean, it's awesome being on a panel with you guys. And Hardwire is the same way. We just instead of drinking coffee, some of us might be drinking coffee with a lot of heavy something in it. Like me would be, I don't know, probably about half coffee, half Irish cream. Lots of Americans traveling into Canada. Hmm. 'Tis the season, summer times, northern travels. That's always it's always been a thing. A lot of liberals running to Canada. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let me apologize for that, Canada. Sorry, our trash is taking itself out and going to your way. See, if we became the next state, we could throw them downstairs instead of upstairs. Dude, I want to go camping now too. Yeah, she does. Dude, I've lost many brothers and lost many friends in my travels. And I will tell people like those brothers used to tell me, you know, well, we all agreed. One, if I fall because I'm riding, don't stop riding on that account. I would never ask that of you. You ride your ride the way you want to. Enjoy life while you can. If being on two wheels makes you happy, man, it makes me happy. I would never wish any of my brothers and sisters, my family, to ever stop riding on that account. Because I love and enjoy doing what I do. Listening, cleaning house. Hell yeah. I guess you could consider it camping. We camped over at our Tennessee chapter for our our butt run, our charity run for St. Jude's when we were out there. Me and two of my brothers had, so I have a 14-man tent. Set that motherfucker up. Plenty of room. I thought you liked that hardware. Hardwire. I don't know why she doesn't sit here, just jump on here and send me a message here. She'd rather text me instead. I just know the risk. Yeah, we all do. Mostly because distracted drivers nowadays. Yeah, there's two types of riders. The ones that have went down and the ones that will. That's, you know, I don't know. Ever since I was able to probably ride a pedal bike, oh yeah, and it became I want to go a little bit faster, or how about a little bit more faster? If I put a motor on this would be awesome. And that's when my journey began. No camping with no TV. True that. Camping with no damn. Um. So on my travels, when we're on tour, I'll camp at the clubhouse, but on the journeys there, my camping is getting a nice suite, complimentary breakfast, you know, the Weather Channel. Mike, I've got I've gone down twice. It was tragic, but I've laid down my bike like 50 times. Yeah. There's always that. Yeah. That's the thing too. Some of us have gotten worse than the others, and some of us, yeah, 50 times. Uh, when I was younger, I I've dropped my when I rode a sports bike. I don't know how many times I've dropped that thing. That was when I was a lot younger. And what a lot of times was when I got home, I'd forget to put the kickstand down and bloop when I was trying to leave somewhere. Cool part is, I had my leathers, but there was times I shouldn't even have ridden. You're or just say you have never went down or haven't. Yeah, I have never never had an accident during performance, but I've taken a few dips during practice runs. And I started on after pedal biking. There, actually, it was a mini bike. I think it was was a kid, my uncle had a mini bike and a go kart, and we used to go around the the yard. And I used to love the mini bike. From there, I went from started riding a YZ80 Yamaha, and by the time I knew it, I was already having fun on the tracks, dirt tracks, and then I started doing stunt riding. My next bike, dude, I'm telling you, man, for a street glide, a CVO street glide, looking about what 50 grand for a full tour pack, either Roadmaster or uh, the Challenger from Indian, both of those. less, excuse me, less than 40 grand. So you got over 10 grand to sit there and use up on the road, on those miles. That's why I like Indian. Plus, they look, I mean, they got more of a slick look to it, not more box. Well, the new Challengers do. You never sat on a sports bike? Yeah. So the nice thing is, when I was on the road, I'd sit there. If I didn't have to drive and I didn't have to load up my bike, hell yeah. After tear down, slough night, after the last piece went in, I went and took a shower, told everybody peace, and hit the road. And I'd wait till they get into town. I've done that. Guilty. Yeah, most of us old timers have. I mean, I guess I'm okay with saying that. Yeah, and I hear that from a lot of people that work at the hospital too. Yeah, I mean, between road rash, um, you know, I probably should have had my mouth fucking wired up and everything when I went down this one of 2018 uh, springtime when I went down. Yeah, that was the worst one. And then again in the fall, that one I slid. Going from the fall, autumn. I was on the interstate. Saved the cut, but yeah, I get her on the left side. I wrecked 7 bikes total, and total 3 of them. I've yet to total any of my bikes, even if I wanted to. I had a bike that was nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. Anybody in my mother chapter here would tell you that. I'll ride it till I break it, and even if I break it, I'll carny rig it to get me back on the road. Doesn't matter how skilled you are. It's out of your house when the bike is. Yeah, it is. But guess what? Doesn't matter if it's even cars. You know, me, I like riding at night. I like driving at night. Saves on the tires and keeps the engine cool. Cross country riding, you deal with livestock. Not just livestock, but wildlife too. I mean, shoot. I have video on here and on my phone where I felt like a cowboy because I'm trying to rustle up some cattle on the road when I was coming down from the clubhouse the other day. That was the same type of how do I say? We know the consequences mostly when we're doing, 15, 20, 25 feet up in the air jumps. Sorry about that. Unmute. Open road ride. Open road riding. You got higher speed, debris on the road, wildlife, potholes, cracked roads, tar lines. What else? So much other stuff. So you still, it's the same. I think you're at the same risk. Bike was like 2 days old. It's all over, messed up. Bike and it got a boat. No, it's not. It's not always. Yeah, from time to time, I do have to pull out the cane. Matter of fact, I broke my. I don't know how many fucking canes I've already went through. I keep breaking them. Apparently, one of my brothers got me one that I can't break, so we'll see. And I still read like a motherfucker. My wife gets mad about it. Strap it to the bike, dude. Why can't I have a big ass motorcycle motor on? Seriously, a little tiny trike that's the size of a wheelchair. Hmm. That little fucker. Think how fast the speed would feel awesome on that little thing. Or actually, you've seen those ones where they got the training wheel, the automatic one. So you get on your bike, you ride it, and then when it's time to park, you hit that fucker, and those things come down. I think they come down like at stops and everything like that. Fucking new age shit. More in your control if you're skilled. Like I said, man, I used to love riding at night, and a lot of shit you can't see. So, during the day, yeah, but trust me, you want to ride through the Phoenix, Arizona sun in the summertime, or how about middle of the night? But yeah, you are right though. I mean, a lot of accidents do happen because of distracted drivers. But um, like around here, I'm seeing more accidents with unskilled riders that shouldn't be doing the stuff they're doing on the roadways. I never got into that shit. When I sit there and trick ride, it was always in a controlled area. Uh, and speeds were, yeah. And that's what, unfortunately, that's what's happening now. Just like, I mean, as far as like some people are riding fast and all that, in town, fuck that. Unless it's a real emergency, not my cup of tea. But yeah, open highway, yeah, I might grip it and rip it. You know, do triples, get get somewhere quicker. On a cruiser, bagger, I get to, I actually enjoy the cruise. Take it a little bit easier nowadays. Who's calling? Training wheels. Yellow. Hello.
Good morning. My name is Emily. The new Trump administration has changed the Medicare policy for your state of New Mexico. So before we go any further, it's important that I verify you currently have both Part A and Part B of Medicare, right?
Sure.
Perfect. You qualify for the benefits, and I'm forwarding you to our
Fucking idiot.
supervisor. Please hold on.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. My name is Jason. How are you doing today?
Hi, Jason. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, this call is regarding inquiry about Medicare Advantage plan. So I do believe you do have A and B active right now. Is that right?
Are you an illegal alien? Do you believe in Trump? Aw, he hung up. That's mean. Oh, call spam. Spam. Spam, spam, spam. Ooh, spam. I don't have no spam. Spam and eggs sound good. The game begins. Oh, dude. I hate when fucking blacktop gets too soft. Yeah, it kicks down and starts sinking. But there's a lot of times, I find the spot where I end up finding the softest sand. I'm like, fuck, really? But I usually keep kickstand uh, plate inside the saddlebag. ain't that old yet, motherfucker. The heat will be next. Yeah, that shit's fucking brutal. So, just think, I'm just next door, pretty much. Yeah. Right. Ooh, now I got the munchies. What am I about to do? Still gotta eat before I leave. But yeah, had a great time with you.
Don't work for
That's what that problem was.
Really?
The reader was bad. It wasn't the computer, it wasn't the disk, it was the reader. And that's how and you know what the problem was? The problem was that little piece of plastic in Moto's hand. That's what that problem was.
Really?
The reader was bad. It wasn't the computer, it wasn't the disk, it was the reader.
Oh, you mean the reader that was inside, the outside? Because you didn't have the small micro SD. You just had the regular.
So I had to
SD.
use the adapter, and the
D-slot,
adapter was
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Man, I use that.
And you guys
Bought a
got my
separate
from coming
box
into
adapter. I could send all that stuff in USB right in anyway. Yeah.
So then when I bought the other adapter, I put it in and it worked immediately.
Oh shit!
You doing SNS? I've seen you at Carney's just about all day yesterday. Was it Carney's? I think it was. Yeah. I think that was the only live I attended.
Morning, Rob. Yeah, Carney had this set up where you could jump in and out for most of the morning. And, say you had something to do like wash dishes. Go wash the dishes, come back, show's going, you can catch back in, still doing good. Go do
Yep.
some laundry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got used to running hours and hours.
Yeah.
We're talking about me.
Well,
like
that
that.
would be good because you have all your watch hours by the time your 500 comes, and then your 1,000 when you actually get monetized. Or if you are trying to do that, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up there again.
Yep. Did you have a channel before? You said again.
Yeah. They shut, so when the Biden administration came in, they shut all Patriot groups, our emails, our social media, a lot of our stuff.
Was that then over four or 5 years ago?
Yeah. That's why all my stuff is
I never knew that, Carney.
looks all new. At 2021, I started everything back up.
Yeah, I just would assume that's when the first time, because I ain't been, see everybody on.
Oh yeah, I'm
on
an old
YouTube,
motor
apparently.
blogger.
Hey, Rob. Good morning. Oh, God, Critters.
Hey, what's up, brother Critters?
Remember, y'all can broadcast like Carney is too to your own channel with that setting is on here. So
I can't.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that.
Carney, are you doing yours on a PC?
Yeah, if you do it on the PC, it's going to sit up right on top. Right up above the upper right.
Big old blue tab that says stream this to your audience.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then if you're running on your phone, like the iPhone,
yeah,
it'll be in the settings.
So you go to your settings on your phone, look for some little dots or a little spot that says settings, and then
you'll have that that little wheel on it, and then once you hit that, it'll pull up either that or the present.
See, what that'll do is give you a chance to get a few more people in here as well, and you all, like Carney is going to gain some being he's spending time with me, he gets to share some of those watch hours as well to grow his channel. So it is a nice thing to do, and sometimes it splits up the chat and the people. That's kind of the bummer part a little bit, but most people get it. And if they want to jump ship and be in a different, they can do all that too. You got choices.
What's nice is it shares the audience because, like, I tell my viewers, go ahead and check out these guys.
Yeah.
Go over there, share the love, give them the like and everything. So.
And you're here on it. And I appreciate you doing that. It helps. Just having different people up here and grows a community and resources and knowledgeable things sometimes that we think we know that we can share with each other. Like we just learned some stuff about broadcasting.
Yeah, we did.
Things that can help,
Good morning, Kitty. How are you doing out there?
So I'll try that in just a little bit. I'm driving. That's really cool. Yeah. You got to be in the
but these guys are
in the panel to share. You got to be in the show to share. Just making sure you knew that, Rob. And I might be misunderstanding what you're saying too. But you're welcome to join this show. He did threaten to do that one time with me. So when I get time, I ain't got that workload going. These are weekdays we're doing this morning. Weekdays. Most people are working this time.
Yeah.
A good chunk of you are.
I used to be.
Kitty, how you doing? Good to meet you yesterday. I think it was.
Yeah.
I give you a wrench if you're in here. I don't know which stream you're in. You're probably in Carney's, I'm guessing.
That was.
She looks like she has a wrench.
Yeah, she already does. Yeah, she's been here before then when you weren't here, I think. That's why.
So new landscaper stopped by.
Oh,
Asked me if I wanted the lawn done, and I said, "Can you do it for under $100 a month?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Good." I was like, "When I pay the bounce on the last guy and get rid of him, I'll call you."
Like I said, I'm trying without chilling with these guys. It's pretty awesome. Handing out Harbor Freight wrenches. Why not? They break. They replace them. Cost. It's cool that I think it's awesome having somebody that sit there and be able to post everybody's channels right away. Yeah, these guys are awesome. Cool guys. You know what? You gotta check out. True that. True that. Hey, not a problem, sick. Dude, I'm all about showing love, man. There's too much hatred in the world. Here goes Eagle. That's awesome. Yeah, hardware. His shows are good. I like chilling out with him whenever I go on his panel. I end up getting drunk. Let me put it that way. But yeah, you hit check him out. We have a good time over there. He's also Ghost Eagle. And good morning to you, sir. I'm with you. Yeah, I notice I see a lot of you guys on the Discord. I don't know. I see people using the Discord for further shows, and I thought that was kind of cool, but I always forget. So, but then again, I just barely started working on a schedule, I guess. Uh, I like how it shows me how many views, not when it was. Upcoming. Oh shoot, you got a show tomorrow night? Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. So yeah, I actually sent him a friend request on Facebook too. Awesome. Oh, I understand. And that's why when you were asking me, you know, that time of season, yeah, seems like it's the busiest time, like even right now. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's nice to ride at night. And I hear sometimes like it. Yeah, that's right. Yep, like tomorrow night. There you go, man. Hell yeah. You know, I know how that is. We were at the clubhouse. I sat there and everybody tripped out because I normally don't walk around with a beer. Usually I have my whiskey and coke or something else. But yeah, working outside, it's nice walking around or nice having a beer. Put on the gear and grab a beer. Enjoy the journey. Do that. Oh shoot. Didn't realize we've been up here for 2 hours here. You know, I really much appreciate everybody that came out and enjoy the show. And to those ones out there, you know, Mike Ball, much love, honor, and respect to you, brother. Let's see, what should we do? To all those out there, this one's for you. This is my way to tell you guys, shots fired. Oh. Ow, that was pierce the ear there. If you guys liked the show, you know, you could want to help, you know, hit me on that Cash App. Please hit that like, subscribe, share it to the video, get the word out. Until next time. Where is it? Peace.
Vanguard in a small town where the stars start to shine. The young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carny Vanguard, his heart beats slow as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carny Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's light, wishing for
day those shadows might bind. Dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, through the fields where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so bold, toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. Carney Vanguard, his spirit lifts as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the flying night, hopeful and lost in this small town's light, wishing for a better day. Those storms may ignite dreams of a future where he stands so right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. That's it. That's all. I hope you had a ball. Carney's ride is now over.
First to a Carney's ride, yeah, I'm back on my grind, feeling the fire. Energy levels rising, heart full of desire. I'm a force of nature, unstoppable might. Igniting the stage, burning through the night. I spit flames, lyrically fierce and bold. My flow's like a hurricane, leaving you cold. I'm the storm that's coming, the thunder, the roar, shaking the ground, opening doors. I'm Carney's ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy, unleashing the peace, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. First to on Carney's ride, I'm the spark that ignites the flame that consumes. My rhymes are weapons, leaving no room for excuses. I'm a walking contradiction, dark and light. A force of chaos, a beacon of night. I'm the energy, the pulse of the beat, the rhythm that drives, the force that completes. I'm the fire that burns, the passion that's real, the energy that fuels, the heart that heals. I'm Carney's ride. I'm charged up, wide, full of energy, unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. Sound that you seek, I'm the energy, the vibe, the feeling you crave, the music that moves, the spirit that saves. I'm Carney's ride. I'm charged up, wired, full of energy, unleashing the beast, setting my soul free. Can't contain this power, it's overflowing. Watch me ignite the world, leaving no shadow. I'm Carney's ride. booking riders. That's it, that's all. I hope that you had a ball. Until next time, Carney's ride is now over.